this law, like so many others, is really important because while it is powerful, the true sort of story and the true rhetoric around bathroom use for trans folks is not that they're looking to harm someone in the bathroom, but they're getting harmed in the bathroom. Yep. Trans folks are assaulted, policed, kicked out, sometimes killed based on bathroom usage. And so while so many people are talking about trans folks going in and preying on people, so often it's the opposite, which, as a cisgender person, I say with, I've never once in my life experienced someone saying I'm not in the right restroom or.
It's happened to me a couple of times in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was in an LGBT bar. I went into the women's restroom, and the women that were patrons there reported me, and I was escorted out by the bouncers.
Wow.
In Knoxville, Tennessee, in 2007.
Wow.
So, but sadly, I love Tennessee. Mm-hmm. I absolutely, the state is beautiful. I have the most amazing friends ever down there. I really do. And I went and visited last week, and I fell in love with my friends again. Everything about Tennessee that made me stay there for 49 years, I fell in love with. And then I hear the stories about they are passing laws to discriminate right now.
Yeah.
They just defunded the cultural diversity program at the University of Tennessee.
Wow.
And what they're doing with the money is they're giving the money to minorities,
mm-hmm.
and they're trying to get decals for the police cars to say, "In God We Trust."
Wow.
And I don't know if it's true or not, but it always seems like the people that are in power like to pit minorities against each other. So let's take the money away from cultural diversity and give it to minority students.
Yeah.
And it just seems like something that happens a lot in the state of Tennessee by the people in power. The people that I run around with in the disc golf community, the greatest people ever.
Yeah.
I just love them to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And they're telling me that their hearts are breaking right now. They're ashamed of their state.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can imagine, that stuff, it's easy. Of course it affects LGBT, particularly trans people, the most when things get defunded or just less awareness and spotlight is sort of put on these important topics, but the truth is it affects everyone.
Mm-hmm.
As an ally, I know that my friends are going to be happier if they know that the law is going to protect them.
Yep.
And it's interesting the bathroom story you were talking about in Tennessee, because I feel like there's this preconceived notion sometimes that people have about how lesbian, gay, and bisexual people understand gender identity and trans folks just by the fact that they're included in that acronym. And the sad truth of the matter is that there's a lot of education that needs to happen there too.
Yes.
And that Dr. Hopwood, who's one of the lead sort of trans healthcare team folks at Fenway, always starts his presentations off that way by saying, just because there's a T in that acronym does not mean that everyone who's lesbian, gay, and bisexual understands or doesn't experience transphobia with the worst of them.